It is now time for our superintendent update, Dr. Swift.
Well, good evening, trustees and members of the community who are joining us this evening. We're delighted to share the end of year superintendent update. We just want to honor and celebrate every single child who completed their 22-23 school year. Trustees, that was just last Friday. And today is day 3 for many of our students who are hopefully taking a little break, although we did have some summer programming starting right away on Monday and had a good turnout for those. This has been a really focused year of hard work and learning and growth, challenge and celebration for our students, teachers, and staff, and our teams are to be commended for all of their efforts during this very exciting but also very challenging school year. I wanted to give a special congratulations to the approximately 1,400 members of the class of 2023. I had the great opportunity, along with many of the trustees, to attend and participate in each of those ceremonies. I'm delighted to have shaken most of 1,400 hands, and really we are so excited. If you haven't had a chance to take a look at the coverage, I want to give a shout out to Mr. Cluley and Miss Mathis, who attended every one of those ceremonies, did all of the coverage, and published those same day before going to bed, which is several hours of work. So I hope that you'll take time to peruse those. Our ceremonies are intact there on the website as well if you'd like to watch them. They're truly inspiring events. So job well done, 22-23. Many thanks to our teachers, everyone on our team AAPS who have given so much day by day to support our students this school year. Parents, families, and community, we are so very grateful for your partnership and support of our students, our talented and committed school teams, and our 32 neighborhood schools that we are so fortunate to share. In working together, we all do our part to ensure growth and opportunities for our students. And we strengthen our Ann Arbor community through service and support of our children and our schools. So congratulations to everyone, and in celebration, trustees, I've shared with you from preschool classrooms before, but this particular video is from the Bryant preschool classroom. It was a preschool classroom that was launched in 2019. Some of us know that immediate attendance neighborhood is the highest concentration of Head Start qualified students in our area, and we were delighted to open a new preschool classroom, and I want to share with you just some highlights. And as you will see, our students are thriving in this Bryant preschool program. Look at all the hair. Very good. Thank you. Yeah. So we saw that class a few months ago, and I'm just really impressed with how far they have come. If my math is correct, they are the graduating class of 2037, and so we are looking to the future when we enjoy and celebrate these students. I wanted to just share that we are working really hard, as you know, trustees, during these 10 weeks to review and update our projected enrollment to ensure full staffing in schools. Currently, we are closely monitoring class sizes, As you heard in public commentary, also attending to particular student needs that may require additional staffing and support. We are watching those retirements and moves and leaves of absence to ensure quality staff is in place for the upcoming school year. Of course, this process includes wrapping up several of our principal school building hiring processes as well. And as you know, trustees, once that first round of hires is completed, it generally perpetuates additional hires as folks get hired into positions. As of June 9th, we are projecting an increase in enrollment. I do need to qualify that with it's very early in the summer. Ann Arbor is a very mobile community, particularly during the summer. As you know, trustees, about 2,000 students typically move out of the area and are replaced by students moving in. So we will continue to keep you updated over the coming 10 weeks as we prepare for the launch of 2023-24. Summer food service. We are just in the very final stages of waiting on final federal confirmation from the USDA on 3 summer food locations. We feel pretty confident, and that's why I'm sharing them tonight. One will be at Carpenter Elementary School, a second one at Mitchell Elementary School, and then a third location at Allen Elementary. Trustees and community, just know that as soon as we get that final confirmation, we'll spread this news very widely so that our families may begin to access that very important summer food and snack and lunch program. Members of our AAPS team recently held a family summer resource event, summer learning resource event. Miss Linden is here this evening. She and a team were out at Mallet Creek Library. You can see some photos here. The event was very well attended with over 200 families attending and receiving summer learning resources. Trustees, they handed out printed materials. They helped our parents remember how to log their child on to some of the learning tools that we use. And it was really wonderful to see the big turnout of parents and families. And then also we're just so grateful for so many volunteers who gave of their time to make the event a success. So for those folks who really want that paper and pencil practice, we are making those materials available, so just reach out. Now, we are in the process right now of launching many, and I say in-person summer learning programs. I believe they are, most all of them are in person now, but I just clarify that. We do have some A2 virtual. Scarlet Learning Academy and our summer music programs were first out of the gate. They launched 2 days ago on Monday. Summer English Language Academy called CESLA and our EL Bridge programs will launch on June 20th, and the high school programs, and that is for credit recovery, for review, or for moving ahead with credits. High school students use those classes in many ways. Those will launch at the end of the month on June 28th. The remaining programs, Summer Learning Institute, Middle School Summer Challenge, iRamp, which is the intensive reading and math for students who are served on an IEP, as well as the extended school year programs, will begin in July. We are especially grateful, and yesterday as we wrapped up with our principals and school leaders, we had these folks stand and be recognized. We're always so grateful to our teachers and our administrators who, when everybody else checks out for summer break, they run back in and help us with offering learning around the year. Now, we say it is always summer at AAPS Rec and Ed, and I'm proud to say that Rec and Ed has launched. They will do the full 11 weeks from Monday after school is out all the way to the Friday before school opens again. 11 weeks of summer camps. There are currently around 3,500 registrations for preschool through high school camps. And I'll highlight, trustees, is that Safety Town begins next Monday. So I'll look forward to being over there on next Friday to really see how our 4 and 5-year-olds are doing with learning their safety, learning for the summer. We're delighted that we have some new classes in our early childhood programming, highlights of those classes for spring, summer, and fall. And remember, those early childhood classes are offered 7 days a week during the day and evenings. So we try to make them as accessible as possible for our young families. They include infant massage and bonding, Japanese exploration zone, Who Let the Dads Out, play groups, Spanish-speaking family story time, circle of security parenting classes, touchdown tots football, tap dance, ballet, hip hop, and all that jazz. So we love our early learning program. Gives us a great opportunity to begin that relationship with young children and with families with children just beginning their AAPS experience. We also have completed about 700 of our parents and caregivers across the district responded to our youth enrichment class survey. We love that in Ann Arbor we get strong response. So the Rec and Ed team is really busy working and using that survey data to inform our 2023-24 enrichment classes. Trustees, we've been so busy wrapping up the school year that I have failed to share some really extraordinary news. So it's hot off the press, but we are so delighted to share that the AAPS has been awarded $5.9 million in grant money to support current AAPS teachers and staff who may wish to acquire a master's degree in ELL, English Second Language, at no cost for participating teachers and staff. This important grant award in partnership with Western Michigan University allows the APS to expand our support to teachers and students by strengthening the number of educators with this training and these master's programs, strengthening the educational experiences of our English language learners. At the same time, the grant really positions the district to ensure that we're meeting all the service requirements, because we'll have many more teachers who are highly qualified to fulfill this role. This is a really exciting moment. I would be remiss if I didn't give Miss Dawn Linden a shout out, who spearheaded this with her team and brought this home for Ann Arbor. Thank you. We are excited also to share that the Cohort 5, and trustees, this is the Eastern Michigan University Teacher Certification Program that you are already familiar with, the Para-to-Teacher program. The Cohort 5, it's hard to believe that's several years of candidates. They have been selected, and I'm so delighted to share that we see a strong cohort of candidates emerging. I was delighted to run into someone at the African American Festival just a weekend ago, a long-term, highly regarded para in the district. and she shared that she was selected for the program. These kind of quality individuals who are already in love with our children, already committed to Ann Arbor and to the work we do, and now in very short order, they'll be able to be fully certificated. The interviews really resulted in about 15 applicants, and 9 participants plus 2 alternates were selected. In this cohort, each of the cohorts has varied on their certification. This particular one is for ASD certification, so that one will be very, very useful. It is my delight to share an update on International Baccalaureate in the Ann Arbor Public Schools. Trustees, you're aware that our teams have been working all year on their review process, and we're delighted to share that the result of the IB evaluation of Mitchell, Scarlett, and Huron during this past year, the team has been working all year, that has resulted in the announcement by IB World that our schools have been redesignated or reauthorized as world schools. So that's a really great day. During the evaluation year, the schools had to demonstrate their work to achieve the IB program standards and practices, and there's a link in the update for you to see more about that. There are many accolades and distinguishments for these schools. I won't go through all of those, but they're in your update. I just want to give a shout out to Mitchell, Scarlett, and Huron. This was teams. This was a tremendous amount of work. And to Mr. Kevin Carr, who led that effort. He's here with us tonight. We are looking forward to the continued success in bringing quality international education opportunity for our students. It continues to be among the top programs requested in Ann Arbor, and our enrollment is up at all 3 schools. Now that brings us to the next chapter, is that our Bryant Pattengill team have entered, as you all know, the candidacy phase for the 23-24 school year. We're delighted to share that both Bryant and Pattengill have achieved that designation of being named Candidate World Schools, and that occurred the end of May, just a couple of weeks ago. This development is the result of both schools preparing and submitting applications for candidacy, and all of that has to be in connection with the program standards and practices. You can see a list of all of the things that they, highlights of the activities and work that they've completed, including updating the BriPat mission statement to reflect the world school approach of the super pair BriPat. With this IB candidacy announcement, I just want to put us in perspective on the timeline. What that means is that Bryant and Pattengill will continue with the program development for the next 2 to 3 years. You recall that during that phase, trustees, the teachers and the team write, teach, evaluate, and revise their own IB units of inquiry that are directly connected to the needs, interests, culture, and backgrounds of the BriPat students and families. We've been really excited this week, June 13th through 15th, and that's through tomorrow, half day tomorrow, that our BriPat team, joined by other IB teachers from other districts who've actually joined for training with us. They have been in training this week. So again, we appreciate our teachers investing their time. We have also named our our IB facilitators. You recall, trustee, there's only one per school, and those folks are Valeska Bass and Amanda Safian, and we're really excited to welcome them to Bryant Pattongill. They will have a lot of work to do. Now, trustees, we'll hear more next week about this. I want you to see a little more specific, but we're really delighted to share that Mr. Lautzana has published the greenhouse gas inventory. We'll show folks where that is. It includes the natural gas, electricity, and water usage for the past 13 years on a per student and a per square foot basis. We're delighted to share that Ann Arbor Public Schools is the first district in Michigan to release a report quantifying the direct and indirect greenhouse gas emission that the district produces. This report provides a baseline and a method for measuring progress toward achieving our carbon emissions reductions goals. I think I shared with you last time that the Sustainability Advisory Group has met, and that was back on May 23rd. And we'll share just a little bit, you'll see, about the capital programs. Mr. Bernard Rice is here with us tonight. I just want to congratulate the capital program team. Trustees, last time we talked, it was 46 projects. We are up to 50 projects in the ground, on the move right now in the Ann Arbor Public Schools for this summer. So thank you, Mr. Rice and team. We have recently moved finance and human resources teams to this building. They are officed upstairs, and we really needed to get that done right away because the Durham transportation team, they are bunking in with us at Ballas, trustees. So we have a lot of orange vests running around the building now. Those are the bus drivers and their team. And that allows the capital program team then to begin the remodel and the work on the transportation building. You remember that building has not had attention for decades, and so this will be a productive, probably 6 months or so that they'll be in that process. Our teaching and learning, special education, and the P12 schools teams are anticipated to be moved to this location by the end of June. So everyone is in flux as we try to get this situation stabilized here during these summer weeks and ensure that we're up and ready to support our schools throughout the year. I want to give thanks to the Capitol and ITD. Michael and Jay and several of the IT members are here. This is a tremendous amount of work to ensure that these moves go smoothly. Trustees, you have in front of you a list of about 10 schools that will be closed entirely this summer due to significant capital program work, and we'll be sharing that in our update out with the community. In addition, the new preschool classrooms will be prepared at Lakewood and Pittsfield, including all the modifications that are required for preschool programming. So we're so very grateful to be able to add preschool classrooms right into neighborhoods, and particularly into neighborhood schools where there is need in the surrounding area. Folks have been asking about our Ann Arbor Bicentennial celebration, and I wanted to share with you that not only has Miss Liz Margolis served on the city's Bicentennial team, for several months, but we also have members of our instructional team, Kristen Smith and Jared Alman, who are developing curricula for all grades related to the City of Ann Arbor's Bicentennial celebration. We will be able to share more as the summer progresses. Walking tours and online tours are being developed by the committee and can also be incorporated into learning activities throughout this upcoming bicentennial year. We are so grateful to be able to share this Juneteenth update. As we all know, Juneteenth marks the anniversary of the day in 1865 when the last group of enslaved Black Americans was freed by, or received word that they were freed by Union troops in Texas. And this day commemorates the end of slavery in the United States. The Juneteenth federal holiday became official on June 17, 2021. I'm proud to share that in the Ann Arbor Public Schools, our teams have completed all of their detailed work with our employee group teams, and we are now able to say officially, I'm looking at Trustee Dupree because we've talked about this for a couple of years, we are now able to say that the required steps are complete and that the holiday is official, and it will occur on this coming Monday, of course. The AAPS will formally honor Juneteenth, observed on June 19th, as an official holiday for all Ann Arbor Public Schools employees. So for those employees whose contracts have them working during this time of year, Monday, June 19th, will be a designated holiday, and the federal holiday of Juneteenth will be observed in the district each year moving forward, and it will be noted on annual district calendars accordingly. We are excited also about the many commemorations and celebrations being held this year in our community and throughout the state of Michigan. And I know the trustees, Trustee Beskett, I know you've been deeply involved in some of this planning, and other trustees. I don't mean to leave others off of that list. So I won't speak to this with a lot of knowledge. I know it will come during items from the board or at any time, but the NAACP is holding its 29th annual Juneteenth celebration and community unity walk on Saturday, June 17th. And so we'll be sharing that information out, and it's here. We want to get that out into the community. I know several of you are planning on Ypsilanti's third annual Juneteenth celebration that takes place June 16th through 18th at the South Huron parking lot. So we are excited for all of that coming up over the weekend, and then the federal holiday observance on Monday. To stay up to date with all of our updates and information on the district's activities, just a reminder, we are on Twitter at A2 Schools Super and A2 Schools. We are on Facebook at Ann Arbor Public Schools. We also have our A2 Schools podcast that is available on anywhere that you get your podcasts. And then we also have a dedicated YouTube channel under Ann Arbor Public Schools where you can actually review segments of our board meeting and lots of other graduations, lots of other things going on in the district. We're so grateful for the partnership and support of our work together to support our students, staff, schools in this beautiful Ann Arbor Public Schools community. Thank you, trustees, for your patience. The end of the year brings a lot to report out on. It is my honor to share the superintendent's report this evening. Thank you.